All right, guys, welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. May God bless you all. I want to appreciate every one of you for always coming out here. As I want to use this opportunity to, to say thank you to YouTube for making this platform available for us. Make we take they know what they happen and still they know how we go take the guide ourselves. And I want to put a disclaimer that in Prospect Channels TV, we don't instigate war. We don't promote hate speech. We don't promote violence. We don't promote violence. All this I mentioned, I hate them. So what we do here is we dish out information locally and internationally, particularly those that concern us in Biafra land. You understand? So guys, I still want to use this opportunity to tell you people, those of you who they quick well to the insult, make una take am easy. No be say you go just go comment section, Prospect Channels TV, you hate this person. I don't hate any person. We are just dishing out information, letting you guys know what is happening and the way the whole thing is going. They calm down because some people, their blood, they hot well. Make una dey tune am down. So guys, let me drop this video. Make you still understand wetin dey happen currently.
People have been seeking for this opportunity today. And finally, the Department of Defense is here to speak to the world and to speak to Biafrans, to respond to those questions that are bothering you. It is very, very important that they come, and they have come. As you all know, the media of the United States of Biafra have always promised that every department will be coming when it is necessary to speak with the Biafrans, and that opportunity have called. So many of us who are broadcasting on various platforms get several questions that are coming on defense, and we have always told you that when it is the right time, the Defense Department will come and respond to questions, and that time has come. I want everyone who has connected, both media houses that have connected, to use this opportunity and use it wisely. Ask your questions and wait for your answer. In every question you are going to present, please try as much as possible to be civil in your questions. Be civil as much as you can. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It doesn't matter how dissatisfied you are. We are not trying to gag you or direct you on what to say or what to say. You are entitled to your opinion. But in expressing that your opinion, try as much as possible to do it in a civil manner. As long as you do that in a civil manner, you are going to get respond to all the questions. But at the same time, you know we are talking about defense. When it comes to the issue of defense, you know that there are sensitive areas that you must not touch. There are sensitive questions that you ask and you wouldn't expect answers here. Known how important it is to us and to all Biafrans, and each time they try to go to that direction to emotionally drive Biafrans crazy and make us do things we are not supposed to do. I will indulge every Biafran that is listening to us today to please pay attention and come in with those questions that is bothering you. This is the opportunity to present it. Do it in a civil manner and you will get all your answers. I will hand the mic to the Secretary of Defense now, if he's here.
Greetings. Thank you very much, Defense Secretary. And the media house, especially in the house, we have a Choose Survivor, we have Go 247, and the other members of the media team. And Biafrans in general, thank you for your presence in today's defense briefing. My name is Philip Ajoko Onyame. Thank you. I hand over to you, Defense Secretary.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Secretary of Defense. So I'd like to thank everyone present. Can never be countered and can never be defeated. So they can do one of things they're doing right now. And I tell you, Biafrans, what they're doing right now is just because we declared our independence. That's why you see the escalation of their conflict right now. But it's too late for them. So Biafrans are thanking us for angels from the BLA, Biafra Liberation Army, for the Biafra the Fighter Resistance Forces, and of course our Navy. They are doing very well. But I mean, we're here today because I know it's been a while since we had a conversation with Biafrans. I know you guys, there's some kind of anxiety that has crept up among our people, among Biafrans, that begs for response. And that's why we have come today. Not to, I mean, I just want you guys to know, of course, I've told you before that this current defense, in the United States of Biafra defense, we are not defending in social media. We don't participate in any kind of propaganda, any kind of lies, innuendos, any kind of things that will put our men in jeopardy. That's why we remain far away from social media. But it has come to us lately that the media, the defense name has been just be marred in public by certain innuendos, lies, propaganda, and what have you. I want you guys to know that the defense do not have permanent enemies or permanent friends. We have to do whatever we need to do to be free, to free our people. But I just want you guys to know, do not listen to anything about defense that is not coming from Defense Department or from our Secretary of Information. So the fact that certain people were used for specific tasks that calls for defending in this Defense Department does not mean that they automatically become, they work for the defense or part of cabinet. That's far from the truth. We use capable hands for specific tasks or against the enemies in certain areas that will determine that it required some specialists in what they do. Biafrans have soldiers, we have men, but not all of them have the same capabilities. We have a lot of young soldiers, young commanders that are coming up in the trade of defense. They're not seasoned yet, but we're training them as we go. But when something comes, when something difficult, at some areas, in this our guerrilla warfare that we're fighting against Nigeria's several states. And because I remember seeing our Biafrans, really crying and very upset about what was happening in Hamufu and the environs, about the killings and people running away from their homes. But because of the action that we took to arrest the situation, many of our people now are returning back to their homes. So I think that's progress. So we didn't wait until, because the men that were there were not enough of them or not equipped enough, or whatever reason they needed help. And that's why we responded with that help. And that response, really yielded some fruits, some big fruits. Now, as we speak today, in Yamufu and environs, they are calm and people are turning back to their homes. And we're not done with them yet. We're not done with the terrorists that came to invade our places there, our farms, and in fact coming to the homes to kill our people, to butcher them. Nobody wants to see that. I certainly don't want to see that. It pains me, like I'm sure it pains many Biafrans to see such a picture or such videos. So that's why we had to respond, and we did. So, like I said, today things are changing all over. In Olo, things are changing. I'm sure you guys are following the things that are happening. So it's happening everywhere. Our people are coming up now. Biafrans, especially our angels, they know that this fight is a fight that we must win. So we're all coming out. You know what they say, according to Martin Namdekanu's, there are 4 cardinal points that we must hold there. So be without fear against and before our enemies. We speak the truth always, even if it leads to our death. We help the poor and those who cannot help themselves. Must be of good character, so that God may love us. And that's exactly what we're following. Those are, in addition to the template that we're following, that is established by Obatobi, our Prime Minister, Master Samoneba. So we also look at this cardinal point that we must follow as well. And we're doing that. So, dear friends, I just want to, we do not need anyone talking about defense, especially if the person do not even have any experience in defense, has not carried any gun or weapon, has not been in the bush, so has not been there. So all those things, we don't want anybody talking about our defense. We don't want our angels to talk about what they're doing in the field. We don't want them to talk about it. So all those things we're working on, and we're improving. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to stop here, and then we'll listen to your questions and be able to answer your questions. Thank you very much, dear friends.
All right. Honorable Secretary for Information, Dr. Agi, are you there?
I'm here. Yes.
Okay. Yes. I don't know if the Deputy Defense Secretary would want to say anything, or should we continue from here?
No, the Deputy Secretary would like to say something. Mazi Philip Ajoko, please speak up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretary of Information, Dr. Agi, and I also want to thank my Secretary of Defense as well for the submissions that he has made in reference to what has been going on, what has transpired within the past few months. Biafrans, I believe you have heard what transpired. I'm not going to go through all those things that he has said again, but as we know, in defense, what we try to have standard known of has to do into defense with a lot of classified information. I know Biafrans, being people who are democratic in nature, always want to hear everything. But I want to crave your indulgence to understand that it is not every question that you ask that you will get the response as you would love. Because you may not understand from the civilian standpoint the implications, the consequences of your questions. So when you don't get that which you desire or which you want, don't get offended and go out and start saying things that you don't understand. People have said things that are causing a lot of problems among our circles. We know these individuals. Some of them are our friends, but they have said things. We know them all. I am urging Biafrans to please disregard most of the things, most of the utterances that you hear emanating from some media handles. They cause more harm than good. They cause a lot of Biafrans to develop high BP unnecessarily. Your defense is doing everything within their powers to control the situation, to make sure that we defend our people and our land to the best in our abilities. We will not allow the invaders to take over any inch of Biafra land. We will from time to time be loyal to our people. We are your employees. You are our employers. Always remember this. This time, we have made this pledge over and over that we will work within the limits of the law of Biafra, and the laws of the international community. But most importantly, we will go all out and do everything to defend our land and our people. These are the cardinal points that we must always remember. Biafra is always going to be part of the global community. We will always remember these things. Sometimes we must also remember the people we are dealing with. Even when Nigeria is a signatory to most of the conventions domiciled in the United Nations and the ECOWAS laws, they don't obey any of these things. Nigeria sometimes, or most times, pretend not to understand what the laws say in these conventions. They violate our laws. They treat us like we are not human beings. It causes us a lot of headache. But I also want our people to understand that we have just declared our nation. Declaring it doesn't make it free at this point. The turmoil is here. We have to face it and deal with it. It will take some pains. It has been prophesied by our leader and also our prime minister and all the good people and discerning minds that they will kill us and we will kill them. In the end, Biafra will come. Don't get discouraged when you see one of us go down. It is part of the struggle. You must know that these things will happen. You cannot get discouraged at any point. You must continue to support your government. Currently, under the leadership of our DPM, COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, you must show your support, notwithstanding what people say around you. What is important is your ability to use your senses to know the truth and know what is lie, so you don't mix things up. You have the freedom of speech. It is your right. But how you use such freedom is another thing. Are you going to use your freedom of speech to destroy your government? Or are you going to use it to promote your government? That is the question that you will ask yourself. It is often good and important that we say the truth at all times. But there are certain truths that are not required at some point. You must use your senses when you speak. Some truths are not useful enough in what we are doing. Remember, propaganda. Good propaganda is part and parcel of any warfare. They will use propaganda to twist your understanding of events. You must be ready to counter those propaganda. And also, I want to remind us that we are humans in the Defense Department. We are not God. We are not here to tell Biafrans that we are perfect. But we are here to tell you that we will try our very best to come close to that perfection. In order to achieve the desired results, we all must work together. When you begin to say things that the enemy will take advantage of, You are not helping your state. You are not helping your country. That is what I meant when I said some truths are harmful. Even when you think that I don't know what we think when we say all these things. You might think you are saying these things the right way. And that's why we said in defense, certain things are classified. Even big countries, world powers, they make mistakes. You have often heard the word collateral damage. When they try to hit something, they hit something else. Civilian lives are involved in these things. Those things are a mistake. But they don't go haywire, going to CNN and shouting on their president and all the defense department and calling them some derogatory names. Rather, they continue to support them. That is what we want from our people, your support. We are not saying come out on the street and begin to clap for the Defense Department. That is not what we say. At least the basic support. That is what we're asking. So Biafrans, as you ask your questions today, you have to be in the right frame of mind to understand that not every question that you ask, that you will get what you actually have in mind. We will sometimes be evasive in the way we answer. We are careful. This nascent country must be protected at all costs. You will not leave it only in the hands of Defense Department. It is a task that each and every one of us must be part of. I don't want to continue talking. I want to leave it like this and yield my mic honorably back to the Defense Secretary. Thank you very much once again. My name is Philip Ajoko Onyami. God bless Biafrans. We are ready for your questions. I yield my mic.
Thank you so much, the Defense Secretary and the Deputy, for coming today to address Biafrans. Biafrans, like we said earlier, if there are issues at stake or something that is very important, we'll try to bring that department to the space. Like always, I have not seen any country that is always talking about their defense online. So on that note, ask your genuine questions, unbiased questions, please, respectfully. Thank you so much. Mazugo, you can start taking people, their hands are up. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, my Honorable Secretary, Dr. Agi. And thank you, the Honorable Defense Secretary, with the Deputy, and Biafrans all over the world. Thank you for this day. You come here. As you come in, please, if you ask your question, answered or not answered, we will appreciate you leave the mic space, because we have so many people requesting for mic, so that they will have the opportunity to ask their questions as well. Please, we wouldn't like the situation where we'll be taking you out of the mic by ourselves. Thank you. My sister Mouthpiece, are you there? Do you want to say anything? I can see your hands is up.
Yes, thank you so much. Ugo 247 Honorable Ugo 247, and I thank you, the the Information Secretary, Honorable Dr. Agi, and I greet you, the Defense Secretary and the Deputy Defense Secretary. Thank you once again, all the media gurus here on the space today. I have my question, but I don't. I just wanted to let you know, Ugo, that as the co-host, I can give. I see the requests, but the handle to give people the mic has been taken. There's nothing. It's just plain. So I just wanted you to remove me and bring me back so I can help you to be bringing people in if need be, or removing people when their question have been asked. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Drake, are you there? Can you hear me,
Yeah,
Drake?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm here. I'm here. Thank
okay,
you so much.
thank you. Drake,
Yeah,
you will help me. Anybody that finishes asking their questions, once they have been responded, take them out of the mic, please.
all right, all right. Just a quick one. I appreciate you, Maz. You go 247, the Defense Secretary, and then the Secretary of Defense, and all you wonderful your friends, Princess Age. I greet you, and I greet every members, Chuk Survivor, and everyone. I appreciate you all for your good works and for always standing resolute. We we the citizens of Biafra are seeing your good works, and then we are happy, you know, in all that you guys are doing. We all know it is not easy, and that is why we are always here to support in our own little ways. So we must continue to do it until we finally get to our nation, our destination. That is our land, our God-given land, the land of the rising sun. So once again, I appreciate you all for coming, and then um, we must continue, and then we must continue. Maziko, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I will only call you if I have your hands up. If I see your hand up, I will call you to ask your question. And if you are here, you don't raise your hand, we might take you down to bring people that want to ask questions. So if you know you're here, you don't want to ask question, kindly leave the mic. But if you have the mic, raise your hand so you can ask your question. Thank you. Okay, we come to you, General Comrade Chisom. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay. Thank you, and happy Sunday. I appreciate you, our dear Ugo 247, and our Secretary of Defense, Solomon, and also our Deputy Secretary, Ronya Mifili. I appreciate everybody, and our Secretary, also Princess Age. All the genuine Biafran, I appreciate all of us, and I thank everybody for coming to this space. My question will go like this. Please, I don't want to offend anybody, but my question is this: since we declared Biafra, since 9th of November, we did declare Biafra. Many of us, or many Biafran people, both in homeland and abroad, if you go to social media, they will be like balling up to know what next. Even though there are some distractions, and automatically we know the genuine people and we know the genuine government under Orabeze Ngozi. Please, our Secretary of Defense, we know that we have good angels defending our land, especially in guerrilla warfare tactics pattern. Maybe they don't have, maybe they are not much, or maybe the population is maybe more, maybe small. I want to know if there will be possible for more recruitment of another angels to help. Another thing is, if you watch in Congo, the M23 people that are defending the eastern part, Eastern Congo, they travel out of Congo and reorganize themselves and came back and start defending their land in Congo. Are we now ready? Maybe some people, because we have Igbo people or Biafran people in USA Army, we have Biafran people, Army people in Russia. Can we organize ourselves, organize those people to come back home to help the homeland people, the angels in homeland, to defend our land? That is another question. And another question: whether the Biafran government have a very great support, international support, especially military support from Russia or from USA or from Japan, all those international recognition support, because Nigerian army are very brutal to this homeland. So we want to know if such support is now ready, and if we are now prepared, maybe after these 60 days of warning, from our DPM if we are now prepared to face Nigerian army no matter what. Because you know that Nigeria, we have some Igbo people or some Biafra in Nigerian army, and they are ready to join Biafra. But it is once the real fight started. So we want to know that one, or maybe I want to know. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much for your question. With regard to the population of our angels, I believe we will have, we are still growing, people are joining, so as you know, we are running a decentralized military at the moment. So every state commander has control of that particular state. And when we determine that there's need for more angels to come, and they are coming, so it's not our issue. It's not a problem of people. We have men, we have angels on the ground to do the job. What we need is just your contribution, your support. That's all we need. And the men are there to get it done, to get the job done. With regard to the other question you asked, I would not comment on that. That is area of what we say is classified information. We don't want to, say anything in public when it comes to those who are supporting us and those who are not. So, but rest assured that everything is being done to get our international recognition. Get it done. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So
General,
hello.
hold on, Mazi, hold on, please. Please.
I just want to make a comment. This is Dr. Agi. This is question and answer. Because we're not going to stay here for too long, we have 1 more hour to be here. So please, when you come up, just go straight to your question. Disregard all the protocol, everything, we got it. Just go straight to your question, so we'll be able to answer. They'll be able to answer your question as many questions as they can. We only have one more hour to go. Thank you.
So, Comrade, please, can you leave the mic? Let others have the privilege of asking this.
Okay, just a second. Let me go. Just a second, please.
No, sir. If you have asked question before, sir, please just follow Mazil Go's instruction. Release your mic for the next person. Thank you. There will be another time. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Humble Lion of Biafra, unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right. Good evening. So, every protocol duly observed. I have 2 questions. Number 1 question is this. Some days ago, we got information from the spirits that so somebody called one of the angels on the ground. They called Butuzo. Is now returning back as the lost son came back to his father. So he's coming back to realize his mistake, that is coming back to the United States of Biafra. So I want to find out if truly he had come back and really examined by our defense secretaries. Is it true that they came back and really examined? If truly they came back, were they examined, or are they still undergoing examinations before they can be able to be brought back to us? Let it not be that they have been sent.
Hold on. Ask your questions, please. Simple. Ask your question and you will get your answer. Don't make statement. Just ask question. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, my question is: are they truly back to the government, or is this something? Is it a propaganda, or are they truly back? That's number 1. Number 2 is this: is there anywhere that some the defense secretary, do they have any suggestion box? There are a lot of things that people can say that cannot be said here. This is a security issue. There are some ideas, there are some things that people can, that it might not need answers. So that somebody have an idea or something. Can this it can write it and forward to the suggestion box. When they read, if it is good for them, they will use it. If it's not good for them, they will trash it. It doesn't need to be answered. It doesn't require knowing the person that sent the message, but it can be useful to the to our struggle, our government. So, is there anything like that? Those are the two questions I want to know.
Okay, let me take Maz, let me answer your number 2 question about information. This is Dr. Agi, the Secretary of Information. My S handle is open for everyone to send me any information, and people do that constantly. So just in place, send it to me. I'll forward it to the defense. But however, the defense also has their own web handle. But just to be, if you, because I'm always here more than they do, send your information to me. So I'll take care of that. That's second question. Thank you.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
Yeah, I will.
And thank you very much on your first question. I don't have that information. I don't know whether deputy has any information about that. We do not have any information about somebody coming back to their father or whatever you said. We don't have that information. That's to the best of my knowledge. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, coming from the deputy, let me also support what the Defense Secretary said, because from day one, the individual whose name you mentioned has been in this government. There has never been any reason, any time that the government, came out to complain that everybody was lost. And at any point, if you can tell the public that you have heard that the government was complaining of anything, that is the case for another day. But so far, so good. That is all that the defense can tell you about that. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay. Humble Lion, please, if you can let us have your mic back. Okay, we come to praise. Praise Elohim. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? Can I be heard, please? Can I be heard?
We can hear you. Go straight and ask your question because you have a very noisy background.
Okay. All protocol observed.
We can't hear you anymore.
You just have to.
Praise Elohim. We cannot hear you. We are not hearing anything.
You can't hear.
You are breaching. We can't hear you.
Hello.
We can't hear you. Maybe
You can't hear
go
me.
out and come back. We can hear you now. Go on and ask your question. All right. Please, if you want to ask any question, raise your hand. That's the only way we'll know you want to ask a question. And I'm surprised that Biafrans are no longer asking questions. Here are the defense secretary with the deputy. They want to take those your questions. Don't come to space after today to ask any question about any defense or military, about the defense secretary or the deputy or anything defense. If you do not come here to ask this your question, if I see you asking question, I may respond to you the way you not like. We do not take questions from the comment section. Come here and ask your question. Thank you.
Please, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes, we
Can you hear me now, please? Can I go on now?
We can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Go on and ask your question. Go on and ask your question. We can hear you.
Sure.
All right.
Honorable Go, I think maybe maybe we can do this for
Prime Minister.
Hold on, Maze, hold on. We have not been hearing you. It will be
yeah.
good you go out and come back again because you've taken more than 5 minutes here, yet we didn't hear anything from you. So just leave the mic. If you can log out of this space and come back again, let's see if it will be clear. Please.
And maybe I'm thinking if he cannot, maybe where he is, the network is bad. We can take just his own on the comment section. If he can ask his question on the comment section, we can read it out for him. I think that will do if he is able to do that. Thank you.
Okay. If you can go to the comment section and get his question, I don't have a problem with that. Because me, I can't go. I am streaming, so if I will try to log into comment, it might disrupt some things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that no one will complain that he couldn't get his questions. So I will do that for him. So if he does that, I will do it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, we have our own Maze Aris. Maze Aris gonna ask your question.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone, depending on your location. All protocols duly observed. I actually have 10 questions, but I'll ask just 2. Like I said before, I have like 10 questions, but I'm going to ask just 2. And if need be, I'll come up again to ask the rest, but I'll just start with these 2. And I'm just asking as a concerned Biafran, an ordinary Biafran, a media personnel, I just want to know, can you, Honorable Sir, the Secretary for Defense, can you share any update on the progress of the Biafra Defense Forces efforts to counter-react external threats such as the Nigeria Terrorist Army, the Nigeria Police, and other armed militia sponsored by Nigeria government? Also, an update on the progress so far on the ongoing armed struggle between Nigeria and Biafra to regain our borders and reclaim our sovereignty. And that's the first question. And secondly, how has the recent recruitment to the Biafra Defense Forces impacted the overall security and stability of Biafra? I will go with these 2 for now, and I might need to come back again for the rest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's actually an important question. I don't think I've responded that very well during my initial submission. Currently, as you know, the defense, because we have some challenges brought about by the Asare Dokubo and some Igbos that they recruited that is taking them around, showing them where our angels are located and what have you. We also have a Soludo version, of course, his own vigilante that he recruited, so also causing problems for our defense. They will have the Uzodinjo in the Imo State, also has his own recruitment that is posing also issues for us. So all those vigilantes that these governors are doing, I think one was trying to, I guess, run for re-election this year. Talk about in the matter of Soludo, So of course, our men are meeting the challenge. It's just that some of the sabotage we're getting are those that the Asade Dokubo and his terrorist organization army recruiting the Igbos that is taking them around our areas. So that's why it's very, very important that we support our men on ground, our angels, to match the equipment that they're bringing to attack us, to match the same equipment with them so that our men will defeat them, and we will, and we're really fighting back hard against them, and in light of all this, all those both, as you can see, what we're facing is like a 4-pronged attack against us, So you have the Nigerian terrorist army, they have the police, then you have Asade Dokubo and his men. Then you have Soludo, Udogachia, and then you have of course Aguni Chamber launched by so the Imo State Governor. So those are the injuries. So those are the challenges we are facing. But because we're not going to go anywhere, and they will not defeat us. They cannot defeat us. But it's very difficult when you have your own people, that you're supposed to be defending and protecting, also supporting the enemy to attack you. So I'm sure you guys have seen some glory pictures that is really, very, very, painful to watch. So, but with some new entrance in our defense now, we have some strong men that have come. Has a lot of experience. I believe in no time you will see the results of the demise in our land, because the land of Biafra will swallow all of them, I assure you. So, and I think on the other question, what was the question again? Because of course I've not spent so much on this particular one, which is very, very important, by the way. I know you asked another question. Can you remind me of the question you asked again, please?
Yes, definitely. The second question, although the first question, I really wanted to know if you can share like an update on the progress so far.
Excuse me, Mazar, is just like they said earlier, there are information that are classified.
Okay.
So just understand that, please. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
on the second,
that, yes.
so on the second one, I just want to know how has the recent recruitment to the Biafra Defense Forces impacted the overall security and stability of Biafra? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so, well, it's very helpful. Like I said earlier, we're running a decentralized military right now. So it's going to be very difficult for the enemy to defeat us, because we are working in every state. We are present in every state. So, and the way we structured it is that any state can come and support a neighboring state, to fight. So it's more difficult for the enemy than us. Let me put it that way. They are having more difficult than us. We have the advantage here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
And the Secretary of Defense, Honorable Solomon I. Nkwacha, remember your deputy is here. So when they throw some of these questions, feel free to.
That's right.
Yeah, Deputy Defense Minister, don't leave everything for Maz Solomon. You can always jump in. That's why you are here. Please, thank you so much. Okay, Mazi, go ahead. Mazi, go next, please. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Please, if your hand is not up, I will assume you don't want to ask any question, and that means I might take you out of the speaker. I will take the speaker away from you. If I don't see your hand up, I will take back my speaker from you. I will take back my microphone from you, I mean to say. So if you are here, because I have up to 20 people that want to ask a question that are waiting. So you cannot occupy the microphone here and then you are not asking questions. So kindly leave the microphone so that the people that want to ask questions can have the mic, please. Because please, Drake and the mouthpiece, anybody you don't see their hand up, take them down. Thank you. Mouthpiece, your hand is up. Do you want to ask anything? Do you want to ask a question?
Yeah. Yes, I wanted to ask my own before they.
It's not. Sorry, Mazugo, please bring me down, bring me up. I can't hear anything, please.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Mazugo, and thank you once again. Now, please, Honorable Deputy Defense Secretary and Deputy, I want to know, as we have the 40 states of Biafra, how are the administrators, like you rightly stated that the army has now been decentralized. And if the army that are being recruited in each state are helping the Biafra, the other, let me just say the general army, by going through the bushes to make sure that these Fulani terrorist herdsmen that are killing our people are rooted out of our forests. I just wanted to know if that is being done. Thank you. Did they hear me? Did anyone hear what I said?
Deputy, are you there?
1 second, the deputy just
same
called
question.
me. Actually, he was bumped out somehow, so he's coming in. He's coming in back. Yes, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes. So, Honorable Nkwacha, so I think we
Okay.
can go ahead then. Unless if we skip that, when he comes, he will answer. So, next question, please. When he comes back, he will answer that. Thank you.
Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So the question was about how the 40 states how they're working with the admin. Is that right? Is that right? That's the question.
No,
How they are.
now what I wanted to ask is how the army that now that first and foremost, in order to tackle this the menace of the Nigerian army, we have to first the army has to first go into our forests to root out these herdsmen who are doing the job for the army before the army comes in to kill our people. Because if we do not remove those people in the bushes, in our forests, they will continue kidnapping. They will continue to come in the night to kill our people, rape our women. So that's why I want to know if plans are being made to make sure in all the 40 states that our angels are going into the forest to root out all these marauders. That's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Secretary, let me take that question real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good question. A wonderful question. In fact, that question has been the question that has been on the lips of all Biafrans, and I'm happy that he came out in this briefing. Biafrans, decentralization is something that we needed, and that is why we adopted it as our own system. You can see what is happening in Nigeria, the place we just left. Somebody cannot do anything until you call Abuja. When they like, they send somebody. When they don't like, they decline. But we are here as defense of Biafra to assure Biafrans to be rest assured that even though it is decentralized, that information flow is still intact, that Fulani herdsmen, and in fact, every enemy, whether herdsman, whether herdsmen, whether the Zoo terrorist army, whether anything, whether in all form or shape, anything enemy coming into Biafra will have themselves to be blamed. So I'm here to answer your question in the affirmative, that Biafran Defense Forces are up, standing tall, waiting for every enemies, foreign and domestic, that may try to invade the Biafran space, whether land, sea, or air. We are ready to deal with them, and that is one thing the Defense Department of Biafra would want you to go home with from this briefing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, I'm advocating that because there's a lot of hands up, Honorable Go, that every question should be limited to 1 minute, if that's okay. So, thank you.
1 minute is even too much. Just one question, and go straight to your question. Just one question. Everybody have one question, because we'll have more than 20 people that want to ask questions already waiting. So please, we beg everybody, one question. Okay, we are going to start with Ben Shicks. Ben Shicks, submit yourself and ask your question. One question and go straight to the question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mazigo. Thank you, Honorable Defense Secretary and Deputy. I have some classified information. I would like to speak with you direct, precisely.
Hold on,
But my
hold on. If it is classified, why do you want to bring it here?
No. I'm not bringing it here. I said I will prefer to. I will speak with you privately.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not bringing it here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So my question is there anything you find big challenges you feel you can share with the Biafrans about what you are doing at the moment? Is there any big challenges you feel you can share with Biafrans at the moment?
Secretary, over to you, unless you give me permission to go ahead.
Well, let me take that. I mean, it's obvious, right? We have some challenges. The challenge we have is not about men. We don't have any challenge there. So we're well equipped in that area. The challenges we have is resources, right? So we need the maximum support from Biafrans, to support their defense. And just like our Deputy Prime Minister, we just passed a bill. She signed the bill into law for every Biafran to self-defend themselves. To be able to defend themselves, they should not allow themselves to be butchered like animal on the streets that we saw recently. So that's why we urge every Biafran, just try as much as possible to make sure you get some kind of anything that you can have or get within your means to be able to defend yourself when you are confronted by this terrorist army, in army uniform, Nigerian army uniform. So they're killing people without any justification at all. Even though you're a civilian, you have carry no arms. They think you carry no arms. Therefore, that they can come at any time at night time to attack you. But if they know that you have something that could happen.
All right, guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. So what's your take on this? Please kindly drop your comment below the comment section, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Please share this video, let it go viral. All Biafrans must say this. All Biafrans must say this. Thank you, and bye for now.